You're listening to a Roddenberry podcast.
Hey, welcome everybody. We are back with more Mission Log Engage, the show where Norman and I engage with your comments and questions and thoughts. And they might be recent, they might be old. Who knows? You never know during the week, Norman, what you're going to get.
And sometimes the recent might just get old, depending on how long the email is, or how disparaging.
Right. I read it and goes like, oh, can we skip this one? No,
this one got old real quick.
We try to take a bit of a mix, the positive, the negative, the thoughtful, the challenging. So, sure. Today, a short but easy? I don't know. You want to share this with us? And
we'll see.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
Okay, so this is from Callie, or Kali, pardon me if I don't get that accurate on the first go. But Callie says, hi. I've been wondering if interspecies relationships produce children in the Star Trek universe. I know here on Earth they don't. Keep up the good work. Great show. Callie.
Well, is that it? Is that it, Callie? we're just gonna try to explain.
Oh wait, John, I'm sorry. There was a little bit more. Kind regards, Callie.
Oh, thank you, Callie, for the kind regards, and kind regards back to you. Yeah, that's super easy, super simple. We're just asking how exobiology and interspecies relationships work. I think, and please, somebody out there correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the first interspecies relationship that we see where there is even the thought or question of can they produce offspring canonically in the timeline would be Trip and T'Pol in
Elizabeth.
Enterprise. Yeah. So that was the question, and they did provide an answer to that question. The other thing that I have to think is sort of at play, I think you have two answers here. You have one that is, well, in the Star Trek future, there is technology that could allow that to happen anyway. I mean, if you wanted to badly enough, there could be a technological fix for that to happen. I think the other part is, let me refer you back to The Next Generation with the episode The Chase, in which they made this, sort of posited this idea that all the humanoid species in the galaxy were somewhat related because of an earlier species on another planet. Remember the Kurlan Nazca? That was that. I don't know. I mean, that's a couple of ways to look at it. That is a deep cut. Yeah.
Well, logically, because you did bring up Vulcans, the example of Trip and T'Pol with Elizabeth, that was one that was in Terra Firma and Demons. The second to last episode of Enterprise.
Yeah,
some consider the last. Heyo,
they're so good.
I know.
Spoiler. Yeah.
So that goes into interspecies being human and Vulcan. That goes into Spock. That's fairly obvious in the Star Trek universe. We've seen President Rillick in Discovery recently of being Bajoran in Cardassian descent.
Bajoran, Cardassian, and human.
And human descent, right.
Yeah.
But you saw the Bajoran, like the nose cultural identity, and then obviously the Cardassian scaly identity. So you have that. I'm sure that there are more that I can't come up with at the moment, but you're right. On Earth, they don't, Callie. I mean, it's not like, and I don't want to get into that side of the equation, but I think that episode in TNG kind of proves that, yes, there are B'Elanna Torres, half human, half Klingon.
Yeah.
So there are examples of interspecies relationships that produce offspring that we have seen in Star Trek, either in supporting roles or in main cast roles.
Oh, wait, what wasn't the late great Kalar on TNG? Worf's first, wasn't she half human, half Klingon?
Who was she?
Don't you remember?
Does Worf remember?
No, he doesn't. I want to say they had a child, but I could be totally mistaken. I could be mixing them up totally with somebody else.
Name is Adamantium. Wait, no.
I guess we'll never know.
Nah, I know we're full. But you're right. Kalar is she was half human, half Klingon, which would make her offspring with Worf, Alexander, their son.
Yeah.
Interspecies in a way.
Gone too soon. All right. still
So
upset
yes,
about that one.
I think
Yeah,
that we've had some good examples of that, and
yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how much more interspecies, because probably it's maybe a little bit more difficult, as say Odo and Kira, for example. You
That would
know,
be a challenge.
right.
Yeah.
But then again, Kira did take Ray's incubate, if you will, Kirayoshi O'Brien to
Hmm.
term. So there was that biological
Yeah.
ability for her to do that. So yeah, I mean
Yeah.
there are opportunities, obviously.
Yeah, I think in the Star Trek universe, we just have to look at it as well. That is something that they have obviously overcome. That,
Mhm.
whether it's through discovery, like just discovering, oh, hey, look, we all share these common ancestors, therefore we have that, or maybe through technology. And think about it here on Earth, like we are discovering that. Homo sapiens sometimes have Neanderthalis DNA,
Mhm.
to varying percentages, to varying degrees. Had Neanderthals not died out, then maybe there would be room for even more intermixing of those species.
Mhm.
So that there is an earthbound example of that being a possibility. So
Well, there you go. There you
yeah,
go. Yeah.
interesting stuff to contemplate, Callie. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. Hey, if you would like to engage with us, go over to youtube.com/roddenberryprod and subscribe to this very playlist, Mission Log Engage. And then send us your comments at missionlog@roddenberry.com, or find us on Facebook or Twitter at missionlogpod. Remember, we may engage with your comments, and that's the whole idea, on the air.